predict the correct number of responses, and then how can you perform better.
I was looking for ways to get the kids more engaged, and it just seemed like there was a missing component to my instruction. And so when I found out that Cisco was going to install the Promethean board and provide the technology for Riverdale, I was so excited, because this particular class is an advanced placement literature class, and you know, it's reading and analyzing literature, but to make it relevant to them today, it needed a different component. And so when I was introduced to blogging, I thought, let me try that. And it took me about 12 hours to teach myself. But when I came to school the first day and told the kids they were going to do it, right away they picked up on it, and within a couple of hours they all had their blog set up.
In this English class we've used blogging, which was a completely new experience for me. I've never done it before, and now I feel very comfortable with it to interact with our students and with the teacher, criticize our work and commentate on it. We've also used the Promethean board to show presentations, to upload our own work, and so all the class can see it and comment on it. And I feel like this class is more seamlessly put that together with the curriculum to integrate new technology.
We have the capability to do vodcast, and I have vodcasts and presentations. I do podcast. I provide homework assignments on an agenda for the students, but I also do the podcast in case they don't feel like reading one night, they can listen to it. We have the capability of using the slate, so it's an interactive board. I can pass it around the class and the children can operate it. We have the capability of accessing the internet at any time, and there's just so many things that are out there. I decided I wanted to embrace 2 or 3 things, and this year it is vodcast, podcast, and blogging, and so far very successful.
Well, we're all linked to each other, or we all have the option to be linked to each other through all our other sites, so we're free to comment on any particular journal entry or any essay that we want to, give them criticism, and I feel that it's connected our class somewhat in that respect.
It's really cool that we could just keep communicating with each other, continue our class even though we're not in class.
I try to design the lessons with the working on the work aspects and design qualities, and I would always design these lessons that I thought the kids were going to be really engaged, and they would tell me that they were strategically or ritually compliant. So I thought maybe this was a way to get them to fully engage, so that when I asked them in the end, how did the lesson go, they could say that they loved it, that they were engaged. And I find that they are very much engaged with the blogging.
We can go and we can see all each other's work and comment on it. I thought this was a really good point, or this wasn't a really good point, maybe you should think about this. We can also ask each other questions. I know I've gone on other students' blogs at night when I don't have contact with the teacher, or I can go on the teacher's blog and ask a question. I had a question about this assignment, or what do you think about this passage? And it really helps us when we're not in a face-to-face course to still have contact with each other.
If you're not there, you know exactly what we did, and sometimes it'll post what they talked about, and you can go read other people's journals, and so you know exactly what happened. Other classes, you don't have that.
The reaction to the students when I first introduced blogging was excitement and, oh my goodness, some frustration. I know a couple of the students who hadn't had experience with MySpace or Facebook were a little bit more challenged. But I had a couple of students in here who embraced it right away, and they stepped forward to help the other students, and within a couple of days we were all on board.
I think not only is it easier, but it's also much more organized to use a computer than to have to, handle paperwork all the time.
I'm kind of a fast typer, and I can get more ideas out in a limited amount of time, so it really does help me advance in that respect.
In other cases, we use the e-board, and then sometimes we even go so far as to use the board for presentations, and then we can incorporate ideas to each other through classroom discussions using the technology as a foundation.
We have options sometimes to either write our journals on our blogs or to give a podcast of it. So instead of writing, we'd sit there and voice our journals. And so it's a good chance to hear the way we speak, because you may write academically, but when you speak, you might not sound as intelligent as you would like. So it makes you a better presenter if you sit there and analyze what you did right and what you did wrong and what you could do better next time.
Cisco visited our class today so that they could see the 21st century technology in action, and they were very much impressed with the blogging, the vodcast, and the podcast. And we had visitors from London and New York and California, and very much impressed that they were impressed with our students' work. They have provided a plethora of resources. This would not be possible without the technology that they've provided to our school. I didn't have this last year. I had some of it, and it was a struggle to pull the lessons together, and I did incorporate technology. I rolled the Promethean board in, but Cisco provided all of this. I have it right at my fingertips, and it makes it very exciting and very rewarding and also easy to use because it's here at our fingertips, and I just thank them so much for what they've given to the classroom.